back to our podcast, you guys.
Welcome.
I am Percy,
I am LD.
and you guys are listening to or watching
To
To Go
Go
Mikes. Yes, we are. We are killing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of us
I know
on this journey.
Everyone. This is episode 12.
Episode 12. So we're doing big things. Kind of hard, anybody can start a process, but to continue it and see it out and grow and get better. So appreciate everybody that's out there following this journey. If you're not following the journey, make sure you go ahead to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
Like our posts. Interact with us. We're trying to be more proactive in like being engaged on the socials.
Yeah.
If y'all see me swatting, it is a fly in here.
Memphis Nets, so just it ain't a big thing.
Okay?
They're aggressive out here.
They aggressive.
If you know, you know.
And we got our Black Excellence
Yeah, we have
mugs today.
Bring the Black Excellence
mugs
back.
Excellence mugs out, full of tea.
Some good hot tea too.
Hot tea. That's what we're gonna bring to y'all today.
Yeah, we're gonna get to some things.
Get into some.
Wait, no, let's not say that.
Hot tea. We played tennis yesterday, y'all, and then I came home, took a hot shower, and I don't know if anybody else's Black experience is like mine, but I had to sleep with my fan on, like air on cold, ceiling fan on.
So, do you just need the noise, or do you need the?
I need the feeling. I need both.
Okay. See, I just need the noise.
No, freeze me. If I'm asleep, freeze me.
Yeah,
I want
to be cold. Yeah.
I want to wake up and have to thaw out. Like, freeze me. So, I pull both of them blankets up. I'm just that person. Like, my air is always on ice.
See, I want that AC icy.
I do. The AC ice, but that
that fan gonna stop me up.
Which is why I'm drinking the hot tea.
And here we are.
Because I'm a little scratchy. But that fan gonna take that air, it's gonna go through that fan, and it's just gonna be like, bam. Right. So it's gonna be just like this.
Thank you.
And I sleep with my head covered anyway. So.
Oh, okay. See, now that makes more sense too.
And I'm good. I need my fan. And she started to sputter, so now I gotta buy another one. Yeah. Any other people out there have to see with a fan on? I don't know if it's the noise. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of both.
I feel like it's mainly the noise.
It broke down on me for the past over the weekend, and I was miserable sleeping.
I really see it's not that deep for me.
My bed could not it wouldn't get cold enough for me, and my air is
on 60.
Exactly. My air is on break the machine every single time. But other than that, y'all, the week has been good.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
Not you, yes.
No, you have to sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
It'll be long. How has your week been?
It has been a good and productive week. You know, I'm just trying to make my way through it so I can get to bigger and better things. I'm excited to start a new role.
Yay.
You guys. So y'all keep me in y'all prayers as I'm on this journey. But I'm blessed and highly favored.
Absolutely.
I just want to shout out God. Shout out to God. God did. Let's shout out God for this moment.
Joy.
Yeah, but I've been having a pretty good week. But the transition has been a lot of work, and I got a lot of other things going on with the business and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm making it. It's good.
That's good. And as broke as I am, I'm just looking forward to my next vacation.
I thought you said looking forward to the next check, because I can say yes, that too.
I mean, yeah, the check.
We do got to get to this next vacation too.
I'm looking forward to the next vacation. Like, I got some work trips planned, but like the next.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, no. The next thing for us is going to see Drake, which I'm excited about that. So we're going to see Drake. We got some good.
Drake, if you reschedule this concert, I'm telling you, the key that you think you got, we taking it.
We're changing all the locks.
Right.
All the locks will be changed.
Don't play with it.
The key will no longer work. But
we excited. We excited for the concert in the vibes.
In the vibes.
Yeah.
And after that is Beyonce. Houston, Texas. First show. Not that second added show. We original show.
The original girls.
Houston, Saturday night.
Period. Play with it.
Played in that queue and got some seats. We those girls. And that trip is going to be amazing.
Oh, that's gonna be life
It's
changing,
gonna be
amazing.
amazing.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that.
Is it going to be just a girls trip or is
He could care less. He still could care less about going. He talking about Anita Baker and all they coming to Memphis. And he don't care
we're
about
going to
it.
go? We're going to go with y'all to Anita Baker.
I hate that for him though. I hate he's missing out on the amazing talent and entertainer that Beyonce is. Like it's once in a lifetime. It's like going to see Michael Jackson.
Well,
Like I know he would have a good time, but you know he don't know that. He don't know what he doesn't know. Okay, but I'm going to enjoy it for the both of us. Chad, don't get my life. You got your outfit together and everything.
I have pictures of it, but I have not purchased a thing.
Yeah.
So let me get another few checks
and see what you're gonna really.
Let's see what I got to spend.
Yeah.
I just start saving a little bit.
See if you're gonna be at H&M, pulling out the
are
the
you gonna be
rack.
at H&M or are you gonna be at Nordstrom Rack? Like where
where are you getting the threads?
Where are you getting it's gonna be cute regardless.
Period.
Regardless. But you know, she in trouble.
She going through it.
She in trouble.
Well, she might got some sales. I don't know.
I don't know. What she
might be in a liquidation.
Hello?
Allegedly.
But I don't know. It's gonna depend. Like I know which H&M I can go to in Memphis that may have something, but not all of them do. I'm gonna start a little early.
Where you at? Oak Court?
That's where I usually go.
Okay.
They usually have more.
They close down too early for me.
Oh, see, that's because you be busy. Like
I
can't say what I want to say on this podcast, but
okay, keep it.
I'll be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, don't see it.
I'll be rocking and rolling. And look, my little boot bag over there, baby, be gone.
Look, listen, ready to whip out an email if need be.
If need be, anywhere, any parking lot, any establishment.
Don't you just love this new world that we're living in, though?
Absolutely.
To be able to do that, like
I'm productive though.
Yes, and we were talking about that too. Like I feel like our generation, we have some luxuries, right, that we're benefiting from because of COVID and all that. But we also are working more and I think harder too.
Oh, absolutely. And then you have to think about this. Everything closes at 5. Right. Everything that you need to do to be an adult. The doctor, the dentist,
bank,
the pharmacy. Oh Lord, everything. The bank. I've had too many times of like running from the office when I was working in the office to get in that bank line. It's ridiculous. When I can just everything just kind of close at 5. And I feel like by the time I get off work, go do what I could have done during the day, it's time for me to go to sleep, and I don't like that.
Right.
I like to lay around. Like that's how I recharge. Laying around, I turn my game on or not. I take a nap or not. I just don't. Rest to me is the opportunity to literally do nothing.
Yes.
It's like a whole bunch of nothing.
That's your recharge.
That's my recharge. I know somebody who can't stand it. Got to be on the go, but that's just not. Oh. That's just not me.
You care to share?
No. No, but that's their prerogative. You are.
Yeah, I gotta ask for y'all. I'm asking for y'all.
No, you're not asking for y'all. But that's their prerogative. Some people are like that though. Some people's recharges are kind of like being out and enjoying.
Oh no, I'm like you.
No, I'm saying no. You're not.
No, because being out.
If anybody gonna put you, if anybody's phone is gonna be on Do Not Disturb, it's that. If there's anybody who does not want to be disturbed,
then I almost spit this everywhere.
I know, because you know it's true.
Why did you say that while I was mid-sip, though?
But it's okay, because I have 2 other best friends.
I really do.
Jeremy phone, I always on Do Not Disturb at night.
I love it.
Courtney's phone, get it. True. But for Jeremy, I always press that notify anyway. I'm coming through.
You're like, first of all, this don't apply to me.
Courtney's phone is always on Do Not Disturb, but she'll like it's me, so she'll text me back immediately or call me back immediately. But you damn near gotta go knock on his door if it's after 7. If it's after 7 o'clock.
Listen, they be ready to send the people out for me.
Send them out.
Thinking I'm Carlee Russell.
Y'all see this right here? Look,
black excellence. Are we giving no look?
We're gonna do a mukbang for y'all.
Full set.
I say black excellence straight out of Puerto Rico. But anywho, we done been on 10 minutes of lollygagging.
Oh, sure have. We just been. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot y'all were here. But since y'all are, let's get into the show.
Let's get into the show.
Get y'all some tea.
As you know,
updates.
To start the show, we always start with the political rundown. We really have not been like in depth in this for a few weeks because we be busy.
Yes.
The political rundown is where we give you a short rundown of all things that are happening, politics stories that you need to know. So to top it off, I saw a clip on Instagram of a Republican representative, Eli Crane of Arizona. He has been rebuked for referring to Black Americans as colored people. Have you seen the clip?
I have not seen this, but Chad, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, well, what you just said earlier is why we have not seen it. It was circulating heavy before Homegirl.
Oh, okay. It's always
so
a distraction out there.
He was in a heated debate on the floor about a proposed amendment to the annual defense bill. Representative Eli Crane, he referred to us as, he said, colored people. So during the floor debate, he's a freshman lawmaker who served in the U.S. Navy, used the term to reference minorities' ability to serve in the U.S. military. And I quote, "My amendment has nothing to do with whether or not colored people,
oh my God,
or black people or anybody can serve," Crane said of his amendment, which prohibits. Oh, by the way, his amendment prohibits the Department of Defense from making participation in training or support of certain race-based concepts a requirement for hiring, promotion, or retention of individuals. So, in layman's terms, all that implicit bias training that your job may make you take, training about discrimination or harassment or anything that can negatively impact black or brown or minority individuals, literally all things diversity, inclusion, equity, accessibility, and belonging and culture. Yeah. That is what this means.
He's trying to strip away.
He wants to strip it away.
So the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion continues.
It continues from all sides. The lawmaker claimed recruitment should be based on standards and diversity should not be a consideration. As the words escaped his mouth, it prompted sharp rebuke from Democratic Representative Joyce Beatty, who once chaired the Congressional Black Caucus. She immediately demanded that the words "colored people" be stricken from the record, going on to say that she finds it offensive and very inappropriate.
So do I see this?
Also, Tuberville stated white nationalists shouldn't all be labeled as racist. He has since recanted that statement as well, as if the American people don't know what a white nationalist is.
I'm gonna say this is you trying to put it polite,
but that in an extra word it means racist. One word or two. White nationalist is racist. White nationalist is the belief that you want America to be white and proud. To be white and proud means the absence of all colored people. Look at it. Oh, we look good in this little camera right
Why
here.
would you want absence of this? Come on now. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Y'all need it. And I know it, but you know.
So, a lot of Republicans have come out. Oh, that's not what he meant. Of course, there have been just a lot of debate going back and forth on the topic.
That's not what he meant, and that's what he said.
So, even within our own community, there has been a conversation around, well, all he said was colored people. But what's the difference between saying colored people and people of color? What do you think?
I think colored people is so close to saying the word with an ER at the end. You know, I'll just leave it like that. It's so close to that. It's the same correlation. So it's not like let's sweep it under the rug like it's no big deal. Like, no, it is a big deal. Like, that's how we was referred to back in those times.
Exactly.
We don't need those reminders.
And let me just kind of add to that because I know the Breakfast Club had this conversation and Charlamagne was asking, like, what's the difference? You saying people of color, it's the same thing. Pause.
That's what Charlamagne said?
It is. It is not the same thing. And anybody out there who's thinking it's the same thing, let me tell you why it is very different. As a black person who has experience, yeah, he did. Well, I mean, he was asking the question. I didn't watch the whole
Okay,
interview.
He's just investigating.
He's very
Doing his due diligence.
You have to go watch it.
Okay, I'm about to look into this. Okay, go ahead. It's gonna make my head hurt.
But during segregation,
Mm-hmm.
during the era of Jim Crow, we were referred to as colored people, meaning second-class citizens in the United States of America. Meaning we could not go through the whites only door. We had to go through the door marked colored people.
Uh-huh.
Meaning we could not use the white only water fountain. We had to use the water fountain that was labeled what?
Uh-huh.
Colored people.
Yes. Let's talk about it.
Colored people.
See, you're doing it so classy right now. You breaking this down very well. Go ahead. Go on.
Is attached to the era of Jim Crow. It is attached to the notion of segregation. It is attached to the notion of white superiority or white nationalism. That is why it is not the same thing as people of color.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
People of color came about as we started having more and more and more conversations about the importance to have equity, diversity, inclusion in everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I'll say, a blanket term, just to make sure that we're including indigenous people, to make sure we're including Hispanic and Latinx people, whether it be Asian and Asian American people, people who are African from any part of the diaspora.
Right.
As an organization, when you're trying to focus on how to be more diverse and enact policies that kind of lead to the culture that you kind of want to see, you would say people of color. But colored people?
You referring to one specific race when you say that.
And you're referring to one specific time in American history, and that's the time that we don't want to go back to.
Right. Correct yourself.
So it's not the same thing.
I'm like, not even.
And if you're a black person out there who, it's not the same thing, it is not. And I'm not saying that you got to march in the streets, but inches turn into miles. And as we continue to bring you politics and the political news on this show, you're going to continue to see that these inches are turning into miles right in front of your face.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Exactly. Very well said.
Last week, SAG-AFTRA, a union representing about 160,000 Hollywood actors, officially went on strike after failing to reach a deal with Hollywood's biggest studio. So SAG-AFTRA has joined the Writers Guild. We talked about that a few weeks ago on the show. Mm-hmm. So now the writers are on strike and the actors on strike, and Hollywood is shut down. It's shut down. It is shut down. So just to give you a little information to why they are striking, because I saw a lot of you all on Beyonce's internet acting like you don't have access to Beyonce's internet and being ignorant. The average actor in California makes $27.73 per hour.
That's kind of... Ooh.
And this is according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics. So, a real source.
Come on with the receipts.
A real source. Before the contract expired, SAG-AFTRA, the members tried to negotiate a specific minimum rate for performers. For example, an actor who worked on a television show for 1 week was paid a minimum of $3,756. With that $3,756, though, they have to pay taxes, they have to pay commissions, they have to pay the agent, the manager, and the lawyer that negotiates the deal. So, truly, when an actor gets paid, they already know at a minimum 35% of that has to go somewhere else.
So they really ain't getting $27 an hour.
They're not. According to Sean Sharman, an actor and SAG-AFTRA board member, just 12.7% of SAG-AFTRA members qualify for the union's health plan. So 160,000 Hollywood actors are a part of SAG-AFTRA, but only 12% of those people qualify for health coverage. Because you have to make a certain amount of money
to get
health insurance to SAG-AFTRA.
That's right.
And let me tell you what the minimum is. $26,000. You have to make $26,470 in order to qualify for health insurance with SAG-AFTRA. And only 12% of 160,000 Hollywood actors make that amount of money.
That's
crazy. That is why.
That is crazy.
That is why they are on strike.
They make me want to get out there with them. Give me a second.
Also, actors say that the calculations around residuals have changed. As more shows and movies are moving to streaming-based services, they are not getting those residuals. Residuals basically mean as much as the show is syndicated and played over, the actor in that show continues to receive a percentage of that. But with shows moving to streaming, it's not syndicated on network TV, so there are no residuals. Basically, the show just moves to streaming. They're not getting any cut, any residuals of that. And the residuals that they are getting from the show streaming, because the more from the show airing on TV, the more it plays, the less you get. So a lot of our favorite actors have posted like a lot of their residuals to checks. Like, oh, this one is $10. This one is $5. A lot of them have been like less than $1. Like they're getting little to nothing in residuals. The potential economic impact of the combined writer strike and actor strike will cause more than $4 billion. Last week, Disney CEO Bob Iger said striking actors and writers' demands are just not realistic. Now, Bob, we want to like you now because of what Disney holding up in Florida.
Yeah.
But you're getting paid tens of millions of dollars. The heads of all the other major network studios are getting paid damn near like $100 million. You can pay people. For all those who said, "Oh, it's a choice. You can work. Actors are making money." Everybody's not The Rock. Everybody's not Kerry Washington.
Right.
Everybody's not Tyler Perry. Everybody's not Brad Pitt. Everybody's not Angelina Jolie. The people that you actually need to make a show seem realistic and relatable are the people in the background.
Exactly. That's true.
It's the people that's walking down the street in the scene. It's the servers. It's the people in the grocery store. It's the child. It's the baby. It's those people with one or two lines or no lines. Just the people sitting in that cafe.
I was in Get On Up.
Yes.
Y'all see me. I was in the crowd. In
the crowd. They deserve to be paid a living wage, and that is what you choose to do as a career. So they're on strike.
And you don't get paid to Bob Iger. Like, you don't get paid the big bucks without those people putting on a good show, put on a good production. You need writers to do that. You need actors to do that. You need the entire production team to do that. So you need to, like you said, funnel that money down to them. Like, stop trying to be greedy. I can't stand this capitalistic society that we live in. Like, everybody wants to keep everything to themselves.
Rework the residuals for streaming.
Right.
The whole point of the writers going on strike is because at one point in time they were able to write a show for a few months. They'll sit in the writer's room. They'll continue to write on the show. Shows with 22 episodes, 24 episodes. They're guaranteed in one writer's room. They were working about half the year. But now with the introduction of streaming and Netflix and Hulu and Disney and Paramount, literally every major network, every major studio now is in the streaming market. Writers' rooms have went from tens of people to less than 10, less than 5. Have went from 16 weeks to we're writing the show in 1 week. Crazy. So you want entertainment? Because guess what? Come this fall, you will not be getting any.
Yeah.
None of your shows are coming back.
Right.
None of them are coming
Your
back.
favorite shows start dropping out, you know why.
Exactly. If anything does come back this fall, best believe it was already planned and it was already there.
Pre-recorded.
And there would be no you know how they go and they go on a press tour. There would be no press tours because the actors are on strike. And shout out to Fran Drescher from The Nanny. She's the president.
Oh, really? Is she?
She is. She is. She's the president of SAG-AFTRA.
Her little voice.
I know. I know.
I can't take her seriously.
Stop. Y'all better take her seriously.
Yeah, I mean a boss. Shout out to her.
Matter of fact, this might be good for you all. Pick up a book. Read a little something. Read a little book.
Yeah.
We're gonna skim over this, but Trump is about to go his third criminal indictment. There are strong indications that Donald Trump could soon face his third criminal indictment, this time over his unprecedented effort to overturn the election that he lost. And they're going to tie it to the January 6th insurrection. And I'm going to continue to call it an insurrection. I know a few people out here in this world are trying to still refer to it as a riot and a protest. It was an insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
It was an insurrection. Y'all were trying to kill Congress people.
Facts.
The doors are closed to one of the most important pieces of the most important house, literally, in the world. The door is closed, and y'all broke in and killed the Congress people. So, it was an insurrection. You try to overthrow the government. Don't sugarcoat me. We all saw it on national TV.
Thanks.
But yeah, so he'll be facing that. A lot of the Republicans who once criticized him for his inaction and his action that caused the actions of all those rioters who are currently sitting in prison or jail for the insurrection, where they need to be.
Exactly.
A lot of them are shifting their opinions and claiming that the Justice Department is weaponizing what happened against President Trump. So right now, the Republicans don't know if they're going to back him or not. But the head of the RNC, I can't even think of her name right now, but she's basically like ready to give him the party's nomination, but won't hold.
Yeah.
Also, last but definitely not least, something that made my week awful, or made my day off. It just it ticked me off. It pissed me the fuck off. And I don't curse, y'all. So, Florida.
Here we go again.
Exactly. It's like you just want to cut Florida off, scoop out Orlando, and scoop out Miami, and just push her out into the water. Right. Just let her set her out. Florida approves a controversial set of Black History standards. The Florida Board of Education has approved controversial set of standards for African American social study classes in all grades K through 12. The standards, which are being released as Governor DeSantis and other Florida Republicans continue a crusade against public education, we've talked about this on the show before, includes language that states slaves develop skills, which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
Are you serious right now? This is what we're doing?
Let me read it again. Let me read it again. Oh, that ain't mine.
Don't read it again.
Slaves develop skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
Like what?
Girl, like what? Look at that. When? When did they have time? When did they have time to do that? How? When they were being hung from the trees? When they were being beat and brutalized? And working in hot fields from sun up to sundown? When they were being starved, ripped away from their children, sold, killed, maimed, dehumanized, being experimented on so we could have modern medicine. At what time, sis? When they were feeding your children, raising your children, cooking your food, cleaning your homes. When they were driving you around. When they could not leave the very plantation that they so hoped to escape from.
Yes. Just to have an American dream.
When they were hunted down with dogs.
Yes.
And whips. With white men on horses.
These are
and
facts.
Guns. These are facts. What time? At what time did they have any time to utilize skills for their own personal benefit?
Come on.
What benefit did they have?
These are questions.
That
deserve answers. Because these don't make no sense.
None. What benefit? When you were raping the women.
Hello?
And the men.
Hello?
Where was the benefit, sis? Where's the disillusion? When? Was it when you kindly asked them to hop on a cruise to America? Is that what we're going to call it?
Not a cruise. That's a little cute term. This sounds like something that be put. They could put that in the books next.
Isn't it? When they were chained to the very bottoms of ships.
Stacked on top
of each other for months to get here.
Disgusting.
That took me all the way out.
Who I see, friend?
You
ate that all the way up though.
Baby,
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Biscuits are burnt.
Uh-huh.
The biscuits are burnt. As you all know, we reported a few weeks ago, probably a few months ago, that they blocked an African American AP course.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this year, they banned it, saying it significantly lacked educational value and contradicted Florida law. Until we grapple with the reality that this country was built on racism, we will go nowhere. And for all of you people of color who don't vote, this is why you should vote. So I don't want to see your think pieces on Instagram. I don't want to hear you at your little ugly podcast talking about how your vote don't matter and they're gonna do what they want to do, and I'm gonna teach my children at home. These are the things that they're doing in your state. Help. These are the things that are happening in your state houses. These are the things that are coming off of the governor's desk. Hot.
Yes, baby. This stuff affects you.
I woke up. I thought, is it 1960?
It's headed there. That's why y'all need to wake up.
Is your grandma still throwing rocks at Ruby Bridges? I'm trying to figure it out.
She might be out there at the stop sign.
Might be. Of course, you know, a group of beloved organizations, including the NAACP, sent a letter to the board president slamming the decision, according to the Tallahassee Democrat. This is fairly new news, so we don't know. I don't have the information if they're going to try to legally challenge it, but that is a clear rewrite of history in the world. Like that's a rewrite. Slavery was not a choice. I feel like this statement very much pushes it to that. Oh, it was beneficial for them. It was not. You ripped them from their home. It started generational wealth in this country, and the people who put in the work got none of it.
Zero. Still to this
day, have not received anything from it. Still to this day, are reaping the negative benefits from it. Right. On a mental level, been proven. On an emotional level, been proven. On a psychological level, been proven. Still on a physical level. It's even been proven that it's affecting. It has the 500 years of having to endure that type of dehumanizing treatment reshaped our DNA. It affected our DNA.
Yeah.
Like
that trauma is in your skin.
It's ingrained.
And
some of y'all want to make it seem like, baby, we were getting a good 3 hot meals in holiday parties.
Right. We went out there cracking crab legs and
absolutely not
popping our toes.
We were not. We were not. We were literally being worked until the skin was falling off of our flesh. Anywho, I guess on a more positive note, the state of California passed a law that every child who's in foster care will have can get a free 4-year degree from any public college.
Oh, that is dope.
So that
is dope. Amazing. Now that deserves a round of applause right there. Shout out to California for that.
That is how you close a gap.
Yes. There's so many kids that are gonna not be in the street now, not have their ceiling placed on their life just because of their circumstances. They still are able to, further their education will open so many more doors.
Exactly.
So that's beautiful. I love that.
They now know that at the age of 17 or 18, they're not just going to be kicked out into the street.
Mm-hmm.
That they have a place that they can go.
Yeah.
They can go to college. They can have a better life. The door is open for them. They're not worried about.
All you need is the opportunity.
All you need is the opportunity. I feel like this is going to change the trajectory for so many.
These are the type of laws that need to be going across the nation.
Not ones that are rewriting history like we don't know. But okay.
Yeah.
let's get out of that.
So,
I'm off my soapbox, y'all.
Chad, that was good. That was a good political rundown.
I'm
You know,
off.
you enlightened me. You know, brought me up to speed on the things that I need to be challenging with the government. So yes, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get into these streets.
Woo-woo.
Child, we won't get too deep down to the streets because I don't. The ops and people they be watching. We don't want no smoking nobody out there. But let's get into some of the things that we're watching and listening to this past week. So I know we can start off with our good friend, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Child, let's start off by saying I need y'all to pick it up. Okay? We are real fans. We've been with the franchise for some years. Since the beginning, right? So we're not just telling y'all this. This coming from the heart. Pick it up. We might need to do a wipeout if need be.
I'm here for the recast though.
That's what I'm saying. The recast. If that's
I don't think it can be. I don't think it can be picked up. Peak reality TV was back when there was no need for the producers to be discussing storylines. It was just happening.
Right. It's real
life. When Sheree pulled that wig,
nobody told her to
do that. It just happened.
Mm-hmm. Nobody set it up.
When Portia said, "Bye with your ashy feet," that just
bye ashy. Right?
That just happened.
When Nene said, "Ooh, not a white refrigerator.
Let's go get you out." Happened.
Natural.
When Portia was like, "Nah, yeah, the train was under there. How the train get
the Underground Railroad?" That's what I'm saying.
When Faith was like, "Go away from me with that," Apollo.
Natural.
It was natural. This season is very contrived.
Yeah.
In the worst way.
You girls.
Marlo, sweetie, let that go.
They're too seasoned. They're too seasoned for reality TV. Like,
yes. I feel like
problem.
people, a lot of people get to that point where it's just like, you're too seasoned. It's more acting for you than.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it back when it was raw.
Give me the raw all day.
Give me the raw. Give me the candy with the red 27 piece.
Oh, you know what? That shit was raw.
Raw.
About to fight somebody. My man. Drag you in this bitch. Okay, but anyway.
But I will say, I feel like if they did a recast, Candy would be the perfect person to center it around.
Honestly, I would be here for that.
Because I feel like she knows. She just knows
the ins and outs. And yeah, she is Atlanta #1.
She is Atlanta. She knows a ton of people.
With the franchise the longest.
She moves in a circle that's like outside of Housewives.
Yeah.
She's still very relevant in culture.
She worldwide. So yeah, I fuck with it. Yeah, I'll fuck with that. But yeah, we need to recast.
We need to kind of recast.
But let's talk about the show. The highs and the lows of the show. Okay, so we know that they on this trip, Chad. What they
in Portugal.
Okay, the girls out there in Portugal, and they got the drum out there with them. Before they went to Portugal, though, they had the little brunch.
Yes.
The guys they got together, they did the nice little brunch for them at the home. And then is that where Sheree and did it start there? Sheree and
no,
it didn't start there.
I don't. It was so long.
And Drew,
but I want to say it started back when. No, it started in Portugal. I think at the brunch, Sheree was just saying how she wanted to take everybody to Portugal to kind of mend all the relationships.
Yeah,
that were not be fixed. The drama.
She wanted the peace.
Yes, the drama at the brunch was Kenya and Marlo.
Oh, that happened
at brunch.
That's what it was because Kenya's boyfriend, the person that she's talking to, I don't know if we can say boyfriend right now or not, called her on FaceTime, and Marlo was like, "Oh, is that Roy?" Like, "Oh shit, I used to talk to him." That would have had my skin boiling because if you guys don't know, Kenya and Marlo do not mess with each other. That's like your enemy saying that they talk to your current guy. I got to throw the whole man away.
That was.
That's exactly what it was.
But the crazy thing is, though,
Roy got to go.
As petty as it seems, she was right to say something. Like, you would want her to know.
But you know, she gonna wait to say, "Oh, I used to. Oh, we went on a date. I used to talk to him."
True, but would you rather you bring him around the whole group and then Marlo's like, "Hey, I remember you. How you been?" And then you're finding out that they used to date.
I don't prefer it no way. I prefer you didn't ever talk to him, and if you
Ever?
did, I'd be ready to fight. Like I just want to fight you because now you got that little, you know, threw that in my face. I know what you're doing, and I know we don't rock with each other like that either. You tried me because you could tell me on the slick if you want to be respectful. You didn't have to say it at this table. I know this reality TV, but anyway, okay, whatever.
My whole issue with my issue with the episode was how Sheree wanted the peace, and then she gets to Portugal at the dinner and tries to come back and attack Drew again about lying and saying that her sheep by Sheree was confiscated when they already had this conversation 2 episodes ago. Her, both of them in Kenya, and they squashed it. So now why are you trying to bring it back because she had an issue with you? Now you need something to throw back at her.
It's tired.
It's tired.
It is so tired.
And Drew got up to leave, and she was sad and hurt and cried. And I probably wouldn't cry, but it would have hurt me. Like, come on now, like I'm tired. This shit is tired.
I still don't get it though. I don't get the tears. I don't get that shit. Wouldn't bother me that bad. I'm like, you know what, Sheree, you on that bullshit. I'm not fucking with you.
What was pissing me off was the fact that several people at the table was like, yeah, Sheree, that's kind of what happened, and she just wouldn't eat it, and then directed the energy just straight to Drew. You don't know how to handle that, but
I would have been thinking about Sheree because the facts are the facts. I know what the facts are. No matter what kind of bullshit you trying to say to save face, I ain't finna participate in it because I know what the real is. Like, and you definitely not finna see no tears out of me because you didn't show me the type of person that you are. If we did have a genuine friendship and connection, like, yeah, fuck you.
Well, we'll see what happens on the next.
We'll see. And I'm just coming on these folks' actions. I'm not talking to nobody direct. I'm not coming directly at Sheree, but I'm just saying, like, their action, that's some bullshit.
We see you. We saw love. We love y'all.
Right. I want some shit by Sheree. We want, before the website crashed, we wanted to get some pieces. But yes, Chad, let's move on from there. Did you have any songs or anything that you came across besides episodes of the shows?
I am watching The Diplomat on Netflix. Really, really good. I just started watching Hijacked on Apple TV with Idris Elba. That's really good.
Hijacked. It's a movie or is it like
it's a series?
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Come on, Idris.
And music-wise, I've been listening to. I just got into Victoria Monet.
Oh, I love her.
You do? Yeah. I was telling Courtney to get into her. Like her videos are.
She's really that good. She's beautiful. She's good talented. She can sing. She can dance. And I believe she writes. Her music.
It would not surprise me. And I've been listening to her all week. Just her whole Essentials playlist. Going through her album. Just trying to re-listen to kind of learn some of the stuff. Yeah. Now, why is she not being pushed? Why? Well, I guess I can't say that not pushing her. I'm just saying, why do I not know about her?
Yeah. Because I don't think she's an indie artist, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so either.
Right, but these labels, they don't push the right raw talent. They're like the gimmick sometimes, yeah. But she's a good girl.
Yeah, she's
good. Y'all check out Victoria Monet if you don't know. I'm about to put her on this week too. Give her some more love.
I've been giving her a lot of love. I'm a fan.
Yeah, good R&B girl. Okay. Off the R&B tip, have you heard No Bars from JT?
I did.
What do you think about the song? Oh, that face! You like I don't fuck with it.
I love JT.
It didn't give you
on a scale of what? Give me a scale. I'll give you a number.
A scale of trash to that shit was fire.
No, give me like a number scale.
Oh, you need a number scale? Okay, well, 1 to 10.
1 to 10?
I always 1 to 10, yeah.
5.5.
5. Oh! That's so crazy that he gave you the 5.5 because when I say I've been listening to No Bars.
Really?
Literally, yes.
So you give it a 10?
I give it a 10. All the way around. Like with the bars that you spin on there, how she was just walking and talking her shit like JT do, her flow changes, like her cadence. Like she really walked on it for me. Then the beat itself was crazy. Like
Okay, damn, I'm gonna give it a 7.
you give it 7?
I'll give it
I done talked it up a little bit.
You talked it up. I'm gonna go back and listen.
Go back and listen to it. And y'all, it's just this one bar, and this is what took it from me. Like when she was like, what she say? She was like, bitches on my dick, pretty like a transgender. Like I said, what the?
That part is like
crazy.
She had already released it earlier, so it did.
Yeah, I remember she did the little clip.
The little clip. So from the little clip, I like, but I think hearing the full thing, but that could be a me problem.
Yeah, y'all go listen to it, and when I say listen to it, like listen to each bar and just watch how she just talk her shit on it. Like she gained my respect for that. I always fuck with JT though. I always fuck with her. She was B City girl. Shout out to Miami too.
Shout out to the City Girls.
Yeah, shout out to the City Girls.
I know. I mean, I know JT be running her own pen, so definitely no shade.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just you like something, you don't like something. Yeah. I definitely give it a listen. You know, we play tennis to music, and we pop the hell out of some City Girls.
We do a lot.
We do a lot.
We do the ratchet shit. We do
the ratchet. We don't shit. We don't have R&B tennis.
Yeah, right. It just depends on the vibe.
It's a very black experience.
Right.
It's a very black experience with us when we play tennis. So I can't wait till our fan base grows and we can host tennis tournaments and stuff like that. Oh, that
would be so dope.
Because there will be a DJ.
It would be a vibe.
It's going to be the first.
Food.
I'm putting it out there.
Yes.
We're going to have the first brunch-like tennis tournament.
Yes, and we're going to be doing the fundraiser at the same time.
Like raising money. Absolutely.
I love it.
Okay. What else we got in the street?
Okay, I got locked out. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, let's get to Keke Palmer real quick, because I know this is our own story, but, I just want to get our opinions out there, because, we are the voice of the culture. Okay, put that on a t-shirt. Okay.
I think somebody already said it.
Okay, we'll change a couple words.
That ain't ours. I done heard that one a few times.
Well, put a little spin on that.
And I want to say that was syndicated nationally. That's I kind of heard that somewhere, but we gonna get our own. Don't worry about it.
Right. We're gonna go back to the lab. We're gonna think about it. Well, okay, there he is. He got mad with Keke Palmer. Y'all should already know this story anyway, but just a quick rundown. And Keke Palmer, for going out, she had her body out, she had the ass out at Usher concert. He's serenading her, doing what, you want to get done to you at Usher concert. Caused an uproar, put out tweets, pretty much blasting her, saying, hey, you're a mother, you should be wearing it. And obviously, I don't know if the breakup happened before this. Do you think the breakup happened before he made this tweet?
No.
Or it happened after?
It's after.
See, I feel like it happened before.
The day before, literally the day before, she made a tweet and was like how in love she was with him.
Mm-hmm.
First, that was the day before. Okay.
You don't think nothing happened right before she left out for the show?
No.
Oh, because she did say he saw her when she left the house.
Yeah, it was no.
He jumped out the window.
He
people will show you their true colors if you pay attention.
He jumped out the window without parachute.
He sure didn't have a parachute.
Did not.
Because can't nobody say his age.
It was never about the dress.
It was not.
It was never about the dress.
He's a little jealous, you think?
He saw a nigga with money. More money than his girl got.
With a voice.
Who is an icon.
Legend
icon at the top of that. Who are the great whatever of
Mount Rushmores
of artists,
R&B and
of popular music, period.
Yep.
Not, of course nobody's crossing MJ, but it's definitely on that top 5, top 10 list.
Oh, he top tier for sure.
He on that top tier list.
Golden Mike.
Cannot deny the talent. Not debatable.
So what you're saying is he should feel some type of way.
No.
Because if your girl is with somebody of that caliber, you can't compete with them.
Your partner,
is it natural to have some type of jealousy?
If your partner is with anybody of that caliber and you love your partner, you have to have trust in your partner.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta have trust.
You have to have trust in your partner.
But I still feel a little sour. Dang, she turned around, showed ass
You might
cheeks.
feel some type of way, but at the end of the day,
You don't voice that publicly, number one.
No, you don't do that publicly, number one. You check me publicly, that's like the biggest red flag for me. Yeah. Number two, Usher's been putting on the same performance for over a year. We know it has been extended, like his run has been extended because it's been
She's not the only one. She's done it.
She's not the only one. She's not the only celebrity. She's not the only. Like, he does this. He does the same thing every single show.
Thanks.
It's a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time. We've seen the clips of him singing to plenty of women. We've seen
to Raji Box.
Yeah. We no different than we've seen Janet Jackson strap those guys to the gurney.
Oh, I love when they do stuff like that.
No different.
Give us a little action.
Us singing. I don't even remember the is an older singer, but the clip of her grabbing dudes jump in the audience.
Oh,
like,
right.
Can I feel it?
Nah, that's the other way around.
Like it is a show.
Yeah.
For one, Usher as an artist with probably more female fans than any other artist right now, you know that his experience is going to be kind of sensual and sexual and all things like liberating for women. So, like, what do you expect her to do?
Well, not just women, child. You know, some of us out here
too. But what do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? And then your wife is famous, like an A-list star. I mean, not your wife.
That girl. I would say wife.
She's that girl. Like, your girlfriend, the mother of your child, is that
my
girl.
Best friend, Keke Palmer.
Best friend Keke Palmer is that girl.
Everybody's best friend.
She's going to be recognized wherever she goes. It was never about the dress, and everybody knew that, which kind of made it worse. It made it seem more suckery.
Yeah.
Because now you're insecure, and instead of saying, "Hey, this made me feel some type of way," you got on that dress.
Trying to shame her, make her look crazy. Like,
Keke Palmer has had on more revealing than that in your presence.
That's like
and you
enemy type shit.
It is.
Like, enemies that do that.
It is.
Like, why trying to shame me in front of the public when you know the public looking for an opportunity to drag somebody?
And they dragged
him. Motherhood.
They went and found all those tweets.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, child.
He should have been the main one. Quiet. He should
Quiet. He should have been.
You better lay low. What did they say?
That's
you better lay low. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Put it in. All right, man. So we just had to cover this real quick.
We had to. It was not about the dress. The dress was beautiful.
She looked good.
I know doctors. I know attorneys. I know business analysts. I know financial accountants. I know corporate and C-suite entrepreneurs who have worn worse stuff and have had better fun at the clubs with me.
Exactly.
And they still get up and turn that professional. Like.
And they still are mothers,
They still are mothers.
And handle business.
They still handle business. They're still respectable women.
Right. And just like you're a father, and that's another topic for another day, but I get so tired of these men with these double standards. Thinking that women have to live a certain lifestyle, but meanwhile, he can go out to the club and be half naked and all that type of stuff and still be a quote unquote father. Like, come on.
And if you're gonna go after, pursue, have a child with somebody who is
of that stature,
of that
status,
it's not even about status. Like that, confident of a woman. Okay. Like, she's beautiful. She knows how to have a good time. She likes having a good time.
I like just
right, like
she walk in the room,
in the room, and you cannot handle that. Don't put that on her.
Right,
that's on you
because you gravitated to her.
You gravitated to that.
Mm-hmm.
So to try to take her and dim her light and stick her in the house, and stick her in the house and
stick her in the house
because men do it. That's what they do. Oh, she bad. Let me get her. But now. You can't dress like that with me anymore. You can't do this. You can't do that. But that's what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's
how you saw her.
That's how you met her and you fell in love with her. And let me tell you something, women. If that's what had happened to you and you under this whole notion, I'm a wife now.
Ooh.
I got a few single friends. And y'all husbands be in her
in the DM. Hello. Message.
Y'all husbands be at the bar.
Message.
I'm witnessing. right now from several people. So it's a message.
That is a message. Y'all better stop playing.
So do what you want with the info, sis.
I know that's right.
What's next, friend?
Well, we're gonna get off of that. Let's move on to. Let's talk about this. Have you seen the clip with the $4,600 bill?
Let me tell you something.
What bill, first of all, is worth $4,600? I don't care how many warmed up towels they bring out.
I don't care how old you turn.
Period.
Wrong restaurant. We've been to some pretty top notch places.
We have. None of it is gonna be no $4,600. No.
If I didn't make $1 million that year, or if it ain't free, come.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
even eat steak.
Let me hit the lottery.
I don't eat steak or lobster. So keep it back.
Well, I'm gonna fuck that lobster.
He gonna fuck it up. No. So
it's ridiculous.
That was crazy ridiculous. Even for it to be 10 people, like that's 10 people. That I'm not gonna tell people how to live their life and enjoy and experience because we like to do things for experience. I've just never made it. I've never made it that far. And we are a 4 appetizers, 3 drinks, an entree, dessert kind of people.
Yes, we gonna have.
Still ain't ever hit. We still ain't never hit that.
No.
And we have been to some places and never did that.
That's crazy. $500 per person, pretty much. It's not even.
Let me tell you. I got another little tidbit because I saw a lot of the internet. This is why I don't be on my phone like that because y'all get on my nerves. I know I be on my phone all the time, but this is why y'all still get on my nerves. A lot of y'all were saying, "Oh, when I go out with people, it's an experience, and that makes it cheaper." If you get one check and make it cheaper.
Yeah, because you're the bitch that's ordering lobster and crab and everything. Bitch, you got scallops and
Dungeness. You eat eel, bitch. Friend, you said it perfectly.
Oxtails. Bitch, I ain't splitting that.
I was listening to radio interviews and stuff, and people were calling in like, "Oh, it just makes it cheaper." I'm like, no. The reason it's cheaper is because you're the one.
Somebody's paying for your
You're
piece.
the one ordering 1942.
Period.
It's you.
You're the problem.
You're the one ordering the Cristal.
You can't afford your lifestyle, is what I'm hearing.
And you want somebody else to pay for it. It's what I'm hearing.
It's ghetto.
One thing about LD,
it's ghetto.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There's some ghetto ass shit. I was just left. I'm not even gonna argue with you on your birthday. Fuck you and your birthday.
And I just kind of feel like
this is our last time conversing. Period.
And for her to be the birthday and whoever
pick the
restaurant, the host, whoever I guess we consider host, because we're usually the planners in our group. I know all the information beforehand. I know
saw that menu.
Exactly. I've seen the menu, so I know the price. Which the price don't really. We ain't rich, but the price never deters me from eating somewhere. Like I pay. Like if the menu looks good
and the
vibe is good,
right,
we gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on trips. We gonna eat. We might not do it for every meal, but at least 1 to 2 meals every trip we go to, it's gonna be an experience and it's gonna be luxury. So get that part. But I already know ahead of time if it's gonna be one check because they usually say that on the reservation, and I'm gonna call it. I'll call it, hey, until what do you split checks? Because every restaurant is different. Yeah. So I would have known going in,
especially in Miami. I often feel like all restaurants in Miami. One thing in Miami,
and I feel like it's the same. I think it might have been, but I want to feel like when I went to New York City, it was like the same in New York. Yeah. Like
the bigger cities don't expect you.
Like, oh, it's just gonna be one check. Cool. Another thing, I don't go to everybody's birthday dinner, so there's that.
Right, because my friend don't have to pull no shit like that. You can try if you want to.
And I also want to say, for all y'all who are going to say that we're talking broke, when I go on trips, when I go to dinner, I go with my core group of friends every single time. Yep. I know who in my friend group can afford to eat and travel at the level that I enjoy doing it, and that is my group. It's this guy, it's Courtney, it's Jeremy, it's James. It'll be Elva. It'll be our partners. Like these are just the people that I travel with on a regularly, and we all can contribute and do the same. So if we do go to a restaurant, I know we're gonna eat the same. I know we all gonna order the same amount of drinks. I know we're gonna eat all the food. When we get a one check, it's never
Who getting these? Who getting these?
Right, it's never.
Yeah,
it's never that, and I don't have to beg them to cash out or Zelle me my money.
Child,
they don't have to beg me.
People don't send it. Like,
exactly, like we do that. They don't have to. They don't have to beg me before we get in the Uber. Like I've already sent my portion and then some. Mm-hmm. We've already sent the portion and then some. That's just kind of how we operate. It's never an argument. But I will say you need to be in a group of people where you feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And if not, you get put in that situation, stand your ground. Because one thing I'm not going to do is pay for nobody's lobster, nobody's 1942, 6 of those. I'm not paying for the scallop, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying for the indigenous fish, not paying for it. Mm-hmm. You can call me broke if you want to. And if you feel like that is something that you want to order and experience and everybody should be in it up, then you pay the bill.
Exactly.
It's simple.
Since you got like this,
since
you used to split bills and stuff, you know how this operates. So
since you got it like that, and to be honest, I prefer not even. I mean, I'm pushing 30. I don't even care to go to birthday dinners. Like, I don't invite. I won't invite the whole world to my birthday dinner. I'm only inviting the people that I travel and eat with on a regular, everyday basis. Like I'm not inviting.
I was like, we do birthday dinners. I'm like, you don't like birthday dinners?
But we're inviting the same group of people that we hang with on a regular.
Yeah.
And I have other friends, but I'm not inviting my person that I might eat, lunch with, one of my coworkers. I'm not inviting somebody who I text them every day. But like, I just invite the people that I know. So the experience.
Your core.
Yeah, I'm inviting. Core. Yeah, this did. Yeah, it's it. I said a whole bunch of nothing but. Y'all be careful out here, because it could be you paying for somebody else's dinner, but it won't be a dinner.
Right. You could be the fool if you want to.
You can be the fool if you want to. I would have slapped $100 bill at that waiter and walked right out the front door.
Oh, but I haven't even got that, because some people didn't even order them, where they just got little sides and stuff like that. Maybe I would have just walked out. You know what? Split my portion too, since you ate it.
But walked out that door. And baby, when you at that restaurant with that large group of people and the waiter come around, ask. Is it going to be one bill or separate? Because sometimes they might not tell you.
And it's gratuity.
And if they say it's the gratuity, it's out the COVID. The gratuity is included.
She's on there.
She's on there. It could be 2 people.
She on there for your food. Hit the damn.
Hello, it's already there. You sit down at the table. You already owe $25. But if they say it's one bill, you can skip, and you can roll through Zaxby's on your way home.
All right.
I'm just that cheap. If I know it's. I can't say that word. But if I know some people who can go in here and show they tail.
Some color people?
They can be without color as well. They can definitely be without color as well. But if I know you about to get here and show your hind side, I'm not even going to water. If I want to drink, I'm going to go get it from the bar so I can pay for it at the bar.
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm going to get you up. But let's talk about LeBron James. He announced that he will not be retiring at the ESPYs. He gave his little speech. His family, presented him his award. And then he got up there and, shouted out Savannah, his wife, first of all. She looked amazing. The entire family looked amazing.
Savannah always looks
amazing. Yes, they're a golden family to me. They're almost like White House family.
Yeah.
I hold them in high regard. But yeah, so
they're definitely up there in the people of color family hall of fame.
Yeah, for sure. And so he pretty much announced and said that he's not done yet. Which we talked about this on the show, and we after he lost in the playoffs and he gave his speech and he said that he had some thinking to be doing about whether he would be coming back or not. We talked about it, and we thought. I think the consensus was that. He wasn't going to retire. We already kind of felt this. We just thought he was feeling a little salty about the results, which, is understandable. He's a champion. He's a GOAT. He's a competitor of all competitors. So, but it's good to hear that, he's going to be coming back next season. It keeps the hype there and the hopes alive for, him and Bronny playing too.
I feel like he's going to stay longer for both of his sons. And I feel like
shout out to Bryce too.
He plays at a level that affords him to do that.
Right.
He would never be without probably a maxed out contract for the rest of his time in the NBA. Thanks. So You know that's one example how the media really is blowing things out of proportion.
Right. They want the storyline. That's what I'm talking about. And I slick do too because I want the clicks. Thank you, LeBron. Shout out to you.
Shout out.
Now let's talk about Jocelyn. Child. Did you see this clip of her on TMZ?
Let me tell you something, Jocelyn, girl. Get you some help.
What is going on, baby?
Get you some help,
please,
because that was not normal.
I know exactly what that was.
I know a little sip of the meat, and it ain't that.
A little booger sugar. A little coquiana. Ooh. And you know what? I hated this though because Jocelyn was doing so good, right? She was on the Breakfast Club, and you know what? Maybe
was after though.
That's what I'm thinking now too. I'm like, because I didn't even know about this story until the video was released recently. But she went on like maybe it was a press tour almost, I guess, to kind of like paint herself in a different light almost.
And I don't like that.
Yeah, and I was eating it up before I seen the video.
I don't like that because I don't feel like any of the interviews that she did after the fact were really holding her accountable for her behavior.
Like the Breakfast Club?
They definitely did not.
Because I really did. I did not. I knew nothing about this until recently. And on their interview, I'm like, oh, Jocelyn's changed. She's about her business now. She being more. No. She was clear-headed. She said she was no longer on, substances. So I'm like, this is good. And I'm cheering for her. And she was shouting out on the sky. And then to see this video of her actually spewing these slurs at this police officer, acting a fool, fighting. What's her name? Big Legs. She was on that girl ass. You hear me?
But it wasn't just her. It was like other people with her as well.
Enabling that baby. They was on that shit too.
I just kind of feel like she's one of those people, and no disrespect to Jocelyn, where her whole how we know her has been in this unserious light. Like she's good. Oh, it's good TV. It's good media. It's good news. But it's all fun and good until somebody seriously gets hurt.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, sis, girl, that was not it.
Well, she gonna.
That was not it.
She gonna fuck around and find out. She don't want to be locked up in jail and because I respect the fact you got it out the mud. You came from Puerto Rico. Like I love seeing people win.
I want to see you win, but that trauma that you carry is, as an adult, is your responsibility to heal yourself from that.
It is. And that's what I thought she was doing. Like, and that's what I thought. That's the image that she painted. It made it seem like she was on that journey.
Because one thing, she may not be like an A-list celebrity, but she definitely has a certain celebrity privilege that is allowing her to kind of not be put in prison. Held accountable for her. Because if you try to pull that on me, you're going to jail.
Oh, clink, clink, lock her up, get her the fuck out of here. Okay.
You're going to jail.
And I need punitive damages too.
I'm showing up like
it's gonna be a civil suit.
I'm showing up in the collar.
Mm-hmm.
Every cast.
Oh, gonna be sharp too.
Sharp.
Gonna be real sharp.
And rolled in. Hey. They gonna roll me. I'm not walking. They gonna roll me in the courtroom.
You're
going to jail.
It's gonna be a production.
It's a production. You're not past that. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Clink.
And that's after I beat you. You're going to jail.
Right. You going down.
Right. No, you can hit me first.
You're gonna be swing, right?
You swing, but you're going to jail.
Oh yeah, though. That is crazy, but I do hope she finds help and she gets the help that she needs. Like you said, she needs to heal from that trauma
and get away from ballistics.
You think he's a problem too?
Absolutely.
I don't know much about him. I only, know.
I feel like he hit her. He hit the girl too in the video.
Did he?
I like he swung.
Ooh, I'm not going to say it because hell no. I ain't fucking with that.
They've been together long enough for him to even. I just kind of feel like they've been together long enough for him to know that she is on drugs, and I'm sure he probably is as well. So just a bad combination.
Yeah, and it seems like honestly, Johnson, she got I noticed just because did you watch College Hill with her and Amber Rose? They fight. Okay, so her and Amber Rose got into a fight, and she was picking at Amber Rose, pretty much saying like, "You don't want to be black. You think you white. You think you white." And she was just teasing her until Amber Rose exploded, and they got to boxing. Then seeing her on that video clip and how she was spewing those slurs at that officer, like, I'm like, you really have a problem with Caucasian people. Like it's something deep rooted in her. Like she has to really seek help for that because there's a lot of hatred built up, and that's not good.
And I hate that because I know she can afford to do so.
Yeah, don't self-destruct. You got so much to lose, and you're in a good position. Don't lose that. Like, and the people around you, they don't care for you because they wouldn't allow that to be going on. I'll be fighting tooth and nail to make sure that you don't fumble the bag for us. Okay, but anyway, just have to bring that up. Future, he dissed Russell in his song with Quavo. Turn your click up. I just want to bring this up just because I'm so irritated. Future, let it go. Leave this man alone. He's unproblematic. Move on. Sierra was how many years ago? It had to be at least, I don't know, at least 10 probably at this point. Let it go. This man is there taking care of your son and his household. He, like I said, he's unproblematic. Y'all don't need to be creating that friction anyway. If anything, you need to be trying to build a friendship with this man. Like, let's stop the fake beef with the baby daddies versus whoever the current is and the baby mamas. Like, the toxic shit.
Yeah, that's clown behavior.
Very much clown behavior.
Any man who has a problem with another guy who is proactively and actively taking care of your child,
yes,
in a positive capacity, like, you're a clown.
Very much so. That boy might actually go to the NFL. He's super smart. Like,
you can tell he's being nurtured. You can tell that he respects him. You can tell that there is love there. You got X amount of
24/7
kids running around here that you can't spend time with, and you actually have a man in your son's life, which I know is probably hit or over for some of y'all. But that's what you kind of want, like,
right? It's crazy.
Hey, yes,
he's doing your job.
Your son is set up for success.
Yes, and you don't have nothing to do with it. And you want to throw digs at the man that's doing what you're supposed to do.
And you know what I would say? You know what I would say to you, Future, is even, which I'm sure you have some type of relationship with your son,
mm-hmm.
and your son is young now, but you have to understand that he's going to get older.
Yep.
He is going to see all of these things that you have said. He's going to see all the things that you say in the future. Mm-hmm. And he's going to use that to decide if he wants to even have a relationship with you.
Right.
Because at that point, you're going to be the negative person in his life, not Russell. Exactly. When his home life is bringing him all this positivity, you're going to be the negative person. And he's going to be old enough to make that decision
on his own
to decide if he wants to even fool with you. And you can't blame anybody but yourself.
And you know, with social media, you know, the trolls and everybody gonna be out there. They're gonna be letting him know as he gets up in age
clips, and
gets involved.
They're gonna send him the clips. He's gonna be able to read the news articles. He's gonna be able to listen to the music himself.
You need to make it right. You need to fix it.
Exactly.
You need to get it together. Grow up. Yeah, it's just disgusting. Anyway, just have to touch that real quick because you can't tell these niggas shit. Ooh, excuse me. Anyway, Child, let's talk about this jackpot. Did anybody win the jackpot yet?
California.
Somebody already won.
California.
Okay, we can wrap this the fuck up. Cause shit.
They won in Cali. They won in Cali. But it was like one person won like the full thing, of course. But it was like maybe 10 people who won like $1 million. And then another couple of people won like the 50,000. Because you get like the 4 match and the 3 match. You get it. So
spread out. Okay, congratulations to y'all. Well, them bills high. Price cost of living, they needed it. They gonna need another lottery check.
I figured out what I'm gonna do. I don't play often, y'all. I usually only play when it gets to that historic level where they hit the news. But I'm gonna play one of these like 30 million, 40 when it's low, and see if I can win it. Because it's gonna be less.
The sample size, the
sample size is gonna be smaller, and I can be. I'm cool with 15 mil. I'm cool with $1 million.
Yeah, I'm cool with any type of money.
I'm cool.
Make it rain in my pockets.
$100K, I take it.
I thought I was gonna be a billionaire. We was at the
we was plotting yesterday. We was waiting on them people to finish playing tennis to get the court, and I already know what I'm doing with all of my money.
What would you have done?
I would have strapped. I would have signed. You have to sign your ticket, people.
This is
and all the
smart.
articles out there. Number one thing to do is sign the ticket in your signature in pen. Because once it's signed in pen, nothing nobody else can do. They can steal
It's
it.
your claim.
It's your claim. And keep your receipt. They could, keep your purchase receipt. Like they give you a receipt or whatever. Keep that.
I don't know if I used
to do get a receipt. Yeah, keep the receipt.
Okay.
Because once they pull the number, I want to say they know, like the commission knows, like what gas station it was at what time. And
so they can verify.
So they can verify that way as well. But sign it in an ink pen on the back. There's like a line that say, "We decide sign it." I'm gonna strap that thing to my thigh. And I'm headed on. I'm headed on to Nashville. The commission for Tennessee
stuff.
is in Nashville. I'm headed. I'm collecting their work computer.
Let me find out.
My work computer, all my work equipment.
If I
office in Nashville, I'm gonna drop it off at the Nashville office, and then I'm gonna head straight to the commission. Straight to the commission. I don't know if Tennessee is a state where you have to like reveal your identity or not. I'm not sure. But certain states you have to reveal your identity. Did you know that?
That's crazy to me though. Like, why would you?
But there are ways to get around it.
How could you get around and reveal?
You have to.
I think we had a tax or something on that.
No, no. You have to get the money via trust. So you would like go to your account. You would get your account, get a lawyer, set up a trust, and the money goes to the trust, and then you don't have to. If it goes to the trust, you don't have to reveal yourself. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's still your money. Yeah. It's just in trust. But if you wanted to just go yourself, and if you were in one of those states that didn't allow you to remain anonymous, you would have to. Whatever. Yes.
Well,
take my mask.
That's a bummer. You didn't.
It wasn't me.
Explode on the fantasies.
I would probably buy me I would probably rent, but I would just I don't know. I'm stuck between like renting a house in LA, renting a house in New York, and just sleeping for. I probably sleep for about 10 to 15 days. Sleeping during days. Seriously.
Yeah. Does it have something to do in between your trips?
In between planning. In between my life planning. Like I would have to sit, eat, sleep, and just eat, sleep, pray, and meditate a whole new life plan. So I won't drive myself crazy with it. And at that point, my first 15, I would tell nobody. Like my family would not know.
I'm gonna know because soon you take that trip to Nashville, I'm saying, I'm following your ass. I'm following you because I want to see every move you make. Oh, you would know. Nice hotel.
You would know on the trip to Nashville, but you would know like if I'm not here for like, it's been 10 days. Like where have you been at?
Right.
Are you? Then you would know. You would know then. You would know then because you know it's on.
You bring got ghosts. Oh hell no! I'm on your ass.
Whatever. But if the production of this show just automatically
increases,
don't say a thing.
We got investors.
Exactly.
Private investors.
Private. Oh,
let's get out the streets, child.
Out of the streets, y'all, and into our bag.
Into our bag.
In our bag segment is when we have more in-depth discussions about surrounding different topics, just depending on what's going on. Originally, we had this. Excuse me, we had this topic down to talk about, but I just feel like let's just have some more in-depth conversation of surrounding it. Let's just kind of go over the facts, see what we both think about it. You all can tell us what you think about it in the comments.
Please do.
Carlee
is everywhere.
It's all over my timeline.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, it's Carlee Russell. It's Carlee Russell.
Yeah, I recognize the name.
It's everywhere. Like everywhere. The memes have started coming out now.
Oh Lord, I haven't seen the memes yet. Oh Lord, I don't even want to open my phone.
The memes are here. They are.
The memes are here. It's crazy.
Hilarious. They are hilarious. But Carlee Russell, friend, tell us what you know.
Okay, so
tell us what you know, so we can just kind of get a basis. So we're going to tell you some of the factual things that we've heard, and then we'll just kind of go into some of. Just tell us what you know.
So I've been keeping the word of mouth because I read it open my little app because I know my piece. But so I was in Jackson, I was in Clinton with my sister and them, over the weekend. And so
Shout
that's
out to
how.
Sister
Shout
Nell.
out to Sister Nam. And my sister on Monday, she was like, "Have you heard about this girl who birthed the baby on the side of the road and then got abducted?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" First of all, what girl? So she explains the story to me and the whole rundown. I won't go through all the details. And so literally, like, I'm feeling bad. I'm like, they said that all that they found was the girl wig at the scene.
I would say like every
Her cell phone.
article and update has had
I can laugh about it
a
now.
wig, like wig as one of the items they found.
Yeah, that was crazy to me. I just kept referencing that wig, but I'm like, dang, did somebody really got this here? So I'm like, show me a picture of her because I'm really invested. Because I'm like, she can't be going far. If it's sex, because sex trafficking is a real thing. And so I'm thinking, yeah, human trafficking just in general
is
it's a real thing. So I'm like, okay, let me be on the lookout because I want
it's a
somebody to
public
look out for me.
crisis, really. But we'll get into it.
Fact. So that's what I know about the story. And so fast forward up until what yesterday? Oh, girl done popped up. She done popped up. Not a scratch on her body. No harm done to her. And
but we have not.
well,
I mean, that's
allegedly.
to be assumed.
Yeah, okay.
But they have not like released or anything of
that's what they say in some of the words.
Medical records.
Yeah.
But to be assumed that she was unharmed. She came back home on foot.
But unconscious. That's what they said. That she came back unconscious, but she came back on foot. How are you unconscious and on foot? That makes sense. Somebody lying. And I got an idea who.
Well,
she's not speaking. She hasn't spoken yet.
To
the public. She hasn't made a statement. Of course, we don't know if
let me.
Go ahead.
So, the Hoover, I want to say it's Hoover, Alabama, police department had a press conference yesterday.
Yes.
A 1 hour press conference where they dropped facts on the case. So basically, it's an alleged hoax. She was never kidnapped by any traffickers or anybody. They don't have evidence that points in that direction. First, when she called 911 and she was having a conversation with the dispatcher about her seeing or missing, we don't know, about her seeing a toddler on the highway, she drove a distance of 600 feet. So they could ping her cell phone to kind of track where she was when she started the call and where she was when she ended the call. It was a distance, no, not 600 feet, it was a distance of 6 football fields, which is a long way.
Right. And no child walking that far.
No child. So I want to say the commissioner or the chief or whoever was giving the press conference is like, never in his career has he ever said that something is not true because, we just kind of let the evidence guide us.
Yeah.
But he did say it's highly unlikely that a toddler at that time of night on a highway or interstate would have had the ability to walk 6 football fields while you're placing this call. Would have had the ability to walk that fast without being in the road, without yelling or crying or all these things. That is just highly unlikely. Secondly, they have went through her data, her phone data, and her search history for the day was the movie Taken, which is, as you all know, is a movie about an abduction and how Liam Neeson got his daughter back after she was abducted. But I know some people reposted some old tweets that she had that her favorite movie was Taken to. There are tweets.
Oh Lord, are you serious?
Yeah, there were tweets from her like years ago. But also, in addition to that, was in her search for that day was bus tickets from Birmingham to Nashville. Also in her search was Amber Alerts.
She's trying to go get her jackpot win.
Also in her search history for that day was Amber Alerts, like how Amber Alerts work, information about that.
So it looked real sketchy.
So it looked very much planned. How they planned for this to happen. So I don't know if this means anything. Like it's not. I will say the detective did say that the video they do have video of her car like on the highway at the time when she was calling. They did not see a child. They did not see any abductors. At this point in time, the FBI is now reviewing that footage to see with their technology if they can find something that the police department has missed. And it is an open investigation. They are collaborating with the FBI to make sure that they overturn every stone because they want to make sure that it's legit. But right now, it is just not looking their way. I will say I checked her boyfriend's Instagram page today. He has removed all pictures of her.
Oh, so he's like, I'm done.
All pictures of her. Me. All pictures of them have been removed from his Instagram page. Like,
you know what that allegedly, you know what that means.
So there's that. Her parents. I feel sorry for her parents more than anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a parent, but I have people in my life that I just love dearly. Of course, to know that your loved one, especially your child, is to think that they're missing, to think that they're being harmed, or especially trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Yeah, right.
Like just to break down, I don't know. And her parents, they were on GMA earlier this week before she came back. They didn't really have any answers. And you could just really see and hear like the hurt in her parents, in their voices.
And that's what really tugged in my heart too when I heard that clip when my sister brought this whole story to me of her mom just talking about it, and it just broke my heart. I'm like, dang! Let me make sure I'm being vigilant and know what this girl looks like so I can find her. And to see your parents do something like that, and then to find out after the fact that, well, possibly that she could have conspired this whole thing herself. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Looking that way, it is. But let's get into like what the people in the community are saying. A lot of people in the community feel as though this sets Black women back in terms of. Well, a lot of people are saying how it's very hard for people of color to get news coverage when they go missing. That is a fact.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't come up in here trying to argue with me. Oh, not true. That is a fact. It is very hard for Black people to get national news coverage when they are reported missing. It is almost impossible. You have to be squeaky clean, kind of like she was. Oh, well, she worked. She's a nursing student. She's in a sorority. She's been to college. Like, you almost have to be the ideal version of a human being as a Black person to get that type of attention, that type of coverage. So a lot of people feel like she says Black women back. I want to applaud the police department. One thing that the guy did say in the press conference, because a reporter asked him, "Will this incident? Will you take a Black woman reported missing? Like, will you take it less seriously?" And he was like, "No." He said, "No." He's like, "We will." Whatever the situation or circumstance of this situation, whenever somebody's reported missing in our jurisdiction, we're going to do everything possible, and we're always going to take it serious to make sure that we can get that person returned home. So we appreciate him for putting that out there.
Right.
And I want to say this to the community. I saw a lot of people saying that they wasted a prayer and they kind of regret that prayer. People play a lot, but I will say, even though what she did is serious, our reaction in response to that as a people is very serious. I did not waste my prayer. And I did pray for her safe return. I did wish it. I did put it out into the universe.
The prayer worked. It came with a little twist on it.
Baby.
It worked.
Look, it took the wig off of it, but it worked. And it was not wasted. It was not wasted. So I that kind of hurt my heart because, to be honest, if you feel like it was wasted and you were not praying for the right reason, anyway.
Yeah, and I don't think people really mean that they feel like they're wasted. People just being funny. Like social media, I don't take social media serious. Like it's just lighthearted to me. Because if you pray for somebody genuinely, like there's no way you feel like you wasted your prayer if she came back and she's alive. Like
No, some
That's
people,
good news
some people,
either
the
way.
people, you know how the people are. The people get in think piece mode and kind of go ridiculous. I don't feel like
Come on, think peace mode.
they don't. I want to say, let's just get into some statistics.
Go ahead, run it down.
Over 500,000 people were reported missing in 2022. 5,460. 500.
500, 400.
Shut up. 546,568 people.
Reported missing.
In 2022.
Period.
Nearly 40% of that number are people of color. 214,582 of those people were people of color. 153,000 of those people were people of color under the age of 18. That is a lot of black people. That is a lot.
It is. Of black people. They're getting them young too. Seems like.
We can talk a little bit about why in this country, even though
that's crazy,
the number of reported missing persons is disproportionately people of color, they receive significantly less media coverage. And I found three general reasons. One is that oftentimes minority children are classified as runaways. And once you classify a child as a runaway, they don't issue an Amber Alert for children that they feel like ran away. Two, with adults, as I said, she got so much coverage because of her personal life seems to be kind of squeaky clean. It's almost like the Rosa Parks affair.
Yeah, that's a good.
To where Rosa was not the first African American woman to sit in the front of the bus when I give her her seat. The NAACP tried with another one, and they her image was not squeaky clean at the time, so they did not push the issue like they pushed for Rosa. But a lot of missing minority adults are often labeled as associated with criminals, associated with criminal activity, associated with gangs, or associated with drugs, which then puts them in a negative, paints them in a negative light, and they automatically won't get news coverage because nobody wants to hear about it.
Yeah.
And then three, kind of what we're doing with the jokes, and like I know we're laughing and we're having a good time, but it's the desensitization.
Friend, get you a sip of this tea.
It's not the tea. It's the braces. If any of y'all have had like before,
you got a band on it.
Yeah. So before the braces, like I had no pronunciation problems. Like my lisp was not strong. But braces really changed the way that you pronunciate words, and it bothers me so much because I had to talk a lot at work. I was like, damn, I can't wait to get these off. Word. But they're supposed to come off this year. We'll be back. But yeah, we can't be serious.
Desensitization.
Oh. But we're desensitizing ourselves.
Yeah, you're right.
To events like this happening, we're making it okay. We make it the norm with children that go missing. Our black children, a lot of times we're so desensitized that their environment was like that, so they're okay. They're not okay. None of this is okay.
Yeah. You're right. What you talking to me too? Because I be the man where I play too much sometimes.
We play too much, but we can have fun, make light of the situation. But seriously, I saw so many people out there never look again or
that's
whatever.
Crazy. That's seriously.
But there are a lot of people who feel like that. And we talked a lot earlier in the show during the political rundown of how a lot of white people in this country view African Americans as second class citizens and beings.
Yeah.
And we ourselves cannot count ourselves out. Like, we have to continuously be our biggest advocate. And us as a people cannot let this situation keep us from rescuing somebody else in the future. So I just want everybody out here watching or listening to be mindful and not let this experience keep you from saving somebody else's life.
Right.
Every person who comes, everything I see on Facebook will help me find this person, help me.
Take it serious.
I'm taking
just
it
like
serious.
the police officer said. He said he's going to take it serious.
Exactly.
Case by case.
It has to be every single situation to bring our people home. Because we make up 13% of the USA.
This is crazy.
And over 40% of missing persons is us.
It's crazy.
It's us.
It's not by chance.
It's not by chance.
That's just the system.
It's the system. And we have to, what we did for her, I know a lot of people say, oh, the resources that the police department put out, and it needs to be the same for every single person. It does.
It does.
But we also have to be under understanding that police departments, unfortunately, operate within their own realms of how they kind of want to operate. So how this police department got it right, we can't count on every other police department to get it right. Because more often than not, they get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to continue to fight for them to get it right. But we also did some things right as well. We shared the message. We were on the lookout for her. Yeah. We wanted to know what she looked like.
That's true.
You know, we were talking about it. We were putting a lot of emphasis behind it. And us as a community, we are powerful people.
That is powerful. Yeah, I didn't even think about it from that aspect. The fact that the media coverage just from the people on social media made the story so big.
We made it big.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
For us to try to find her, or for us to even get to her in a way to where she was like, dang, this is bigger than what she probably thought it was going to be. And she came back. So imagine if we did that for every girl or every boy, every person who went missing. We would find our people.
Facts.
We would find our people.
Put that pressure on there, yeah.
Exactly. We need to be mindful of how we operate within these types of instances. What we can do, of course, like we were just talking about, we stay vigilant. You said that earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Stay vigilant. Look for those tags. I hate that Amber Alert when they go off on my phone, because
my phone always come at the wrong time.
My phone is always on silent, but I click that link every time. Mm-hmm. I look at that message every time. Mm-hmm. I see that tweet every time. I look at that tag number every single time it pops up, because it is important that we save someone's life.
You want somebody to do the same for you. If somebody just so happened to snatch you up while you walking out of Kroger, and Amber Alert went out for you, you want somebody to go.
Exactly. And when your people went and said, hey, can you report? You won't want them to say, well, we see her smoke. Mm-hmm. You know, we see her partaking in a little marijuana. She must be a bad person. Oh. She didn't go to college. She must be a bad. He must be a bad person. Yeah. We don't like the athletes he got on in this picture. It looks like, is he associated with gangs? You wouldn't want anybody doing those things to you. Putting your life down. Right. Saying that your life really does not matter as much as someone who has a squeaky clean background, who may be of a different race than you. So we have to continue to put that work in for us.
Yeah, keep that same energy, y'all. Keep that same energy that Carlee got, keep it.
And I will say, as we start to nurture our children, and as far as career, this may be a little off base, but just having more diversity in reporting and journalism and in the newsroom will also benefit us.
Yeah.
It was one of those careers that I didn't even think I can go into. There are a lot of things that I just kind of feel like I could not do at that time when like choosing my career. But we have to, we can take that. Again, as we've been saying, continue to see the value in Black lives and brown lives. And we're LGBTQIA plus, so we continue to see the value in our lives.
Yes.
When we desensitize ourselves and devalue ourselves, it makes us a target for people because it seems like we're just easy. Nobody's gonna look for us.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just that. Show that our missing people are important. I hope that she gives a statement. I think that
we deserve a
statement at the
now
least.
The prayer do warrant a statement.
Oh,
girl, you got to come out and say something.
She deserves a statement, and I will say this because we're mental health advocates on the show. So see how you want to feel about me. I saw a lot of people. Oh, well, she must be mentally ill. Nah, 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 nah. Mental health is a very real thing, but there have been other instances, like other stories, like what happened with Chica and how she. I don't think we covered that story because we might have been on break. But
Chica, I don't know who Chica is.
Chica is a rapper. She ended up on a plane with Zanique, T.I.'s daughter, and her children.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember the story now?
I believe so.
Where she got on Twitter and was cussing at the kids and and she blamed it on her mental health issue. Mental health is not
mental health.
I'm just saying mental health does not excuse anybody from accountability.
Right. Yeah, true.
She has to be accountable for her actions. She needs to be accountable for the resources that were expended on her, knowing that she was not in any danger. She needs to be accountable for her parents and her family and her friends and those people that were close to her who were grieving for her. That's a grief, like you're grieving for a person because in your mind they're not going to come back.
Right.
You want them to, but we've seen the story play out in so many ways. So a statement definitely.
And 48 hours is a long time to be thinking about that too.
A long time, knowing that you can get halfway across, that you can get across the country in a day.
Thanks.
You can get to another country. From most places in America, you can get to a border in a day.
Oh yeah,
and it happens to so many people. Or Canada, it happens to so many people. So accountability, I'm for that. So we'll see.
Yeah, different from accountability.
We'll see. But y'all just remember, stay vigilant. We have to continue to see the value in our own lives. We're gonna laugh and ha ha and he I feel like laughter has brought our people through some mighty
laughter
pain.
heals the soul.
It heals the soul, but
know when to play and when to be serious.
Exactly, and in times like this, let's remember the path has not always been straight, but we'll get through it. And wrap these memes up. Wrap the conversation up.
Yeah, get our timeline back.
I'm tired of seeing my entire timeline is this, and however, I am invested, and I am curious to see the outcome. Officially, I know the FBI is probably going to put something out at a later date about what they found to do with the story, but she definitely needs to talk to us. Something out before.
Thanks.
But be on the alert, my peeps. Well, let's move on out of our bag and into the homework. Y'all out there, I must say, we have been horrible with the homework for the last 2 episodes.
We've been horrible. Well, let me speak personally. I've been horrible with a couple of things, especially with the social media posts. Y'all work with me. We're going to start hitting y'all with these social media posts back to back. Y'all ain't going to know what to do with us. Okay? But
So let's get back on trend.
Yeah.
But it's me too, because I still have not posted the interview that we did.
I know.
I still have not posted the interview.
It's coming, by the way, and it's going to be a great interview. And I think it's perfect timing too, because I think the Brat and Julie just had their baby. Yeah, so
it'll be posted out over it'll be posted over the weekend. So for those I know we actually do have quite a few people who subscribe to us on YouTube, so they'll watch it. So for those of you all who are watching on YouTube or subscribe to us, you'll probably see it. It'll be available before you get the post because we want to make sure we're not like bombarding y'all with posts for the week, but it'll be out there this weekend. Right. So definitely go out and take a look at
definitely the benefits to being subscribed to our YouTube.
Benefits. What's your homework for the week? You have a homework that you want to give the people?
Yes, I have a homework or a little nugget for you guys. Because I already told you, friend, I started my journaling to my day each day. Start your day off just to kind of get organized with what I want to do with the day. Get out my prayer set up and the people that I need to be praying for. Because Carlee was on there. Yeah. But my homework for you guys is to start journaling. Get yourself organized. Get your day organized so you can see what's going on. So you won't be all out of whack or, get you some structure to your life. I feel like the journal has done that for me. I put in there like 3 things that I want to get done for the day at the top of my day. And then I discuss like, okay, after the day's done, sit back down and go through your day and actually sit with it and say, okay, what could I have done better? What things actually went well for me? Just kind of put things in perspective so you can be purposeful with your day. I put some reading things on there, things I want to read, get into my Bible a little bit more. Like it's just helpful like keeping that structure. So that's my homework for you guys.
I like that. My homework is going to be an extension of what your homework is. Mm-hmm. We are halfway through the year.
Oh yes,
we are. Where you going? Halfway through the year, y'all. Like the year is closer to the end than to the beginning. This is the perfect time to reset. Mm-hmm. Your homework for this week, I encourage you to take a look at what your year goals were. Mm-hmm. Evaluate your progress. Because you still have time.
Thanks.
At this 6-month, 7-month mark, at this half-year mark, we are going into fall. We are going into the winter. So take some time and insert new energy into what your goal is for the year.
Yes.
It's going to take an extra push. The second part of the year, it's going to take that extra push. So just go back, reevaluate what your goals are. If you have some small short-term goals that you've been working, or that you want to work on, write those down, and let's just kind of get refocused as we end the year.
And also, you write it down too.
Exactly. So you can write it in that same and when your journal day, you can write it in your journal as well. I will also say, as you're reevaluating the goals that you've already set, it's a thing that we do for work. Like we go and we kind of just write down like all the accomplishments that we've had for the first half of that, like quarterly. Mm-hmm. So I encourage you to do the same. Just sit and reflect. It can be something small. It can be something big. It doesn't have to be a large thing. Sit and reflect on some of the positive experiences that you've had this year, some of the positive things that you've accomplished this year that may not have even been on your radar to do. Mm-hmm. It's going to help you find purpose for the remainder of your year. It's going to give you more energy to put into some of the things that you still want to
do. Yes.
So get into your goals, you guys.
Because without taking off your goals, without goal setting, first of all, then you can't get to the finish line. Period. You don't know where you're going without having your goals written down. So you got to write them down, get them organized, see them, and then you can start making progress towards those goals. Because each little small goal helps you get to your bigger goal.
Exactly. And some of those little smaller accomplishments that you've had throughout the year, it's like nitro for your car. You know, you have a little race car.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like the little nitro booster.
You're like, oh, I did that.
I did this too. Like,
yeah,
it makes
halfway there.
You're halfway there. So let's take the year. Let's get back refocused.
I love it.
Come down in the summer. We're going into fall, which is a more cooler period. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people deal with SAD, which is seasonal depression.
Yeah.
So now is the time before these types of things kick in for us to kind of reset and repurpose. The journaling is going to help you do that. Mm-hmm. The goal setting is going to help you do that as well, that reevaluation. So I'm done. This has been a back to like a lengthy episode. I feel like it was really good.
Yeah, it was good. Play this, listen to us while you're doing your work. If you're working from home,
We're gonna come out with a playlist as well. I want to say
Yeah.
the next Apple update is gonna allow you to collaborate on playlists. So we'll definitely start sharing some stuff with y'all.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope. We saw that more in. Well,
any last words?
Go into the week and be fruitful.
Yeah.
Go into the week, y'all. It's hot outside. Please drink some water.
Please hydrate.
Please hydrate out here.
Y'all see the hoochie daddies? They on because it's hot out there, baby.
Please hydrate.
Get comfortable.
Yes. So I just
people passing out left and right too.
Left and right. Please, heat stroke. It is a very real thing. So
don't let that be the way you get taken out of here. Okay.
Because you didn't even drink no water.
Right.
Drink all the water. But that's
try to
all
get you at
I
least
have.
4 bottles a day if you can. At least 4. That'll be your 8 cups that you need.
Do it.
And if you're working out, then you need to be doing more than that.
Double.
Right, because you're gonna be sweating. Or
and then you're outside working in the heat. Drink your water, but also get you something with some electrolytes.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good.
Like get you I don't want to go into all the different. I know people. Oh, that ain't good for you. Whatever. Get you a body.
Oh, girl, should have.
Get you a Powerade. Get you a Gatorade. Get you something. Get you something. Right. That's all I have. Y'all stay blessed out here.
Yeah.
Stay safe out here.
Yeah.
Be aware of your surroundings at all times.
Be aware of your hygiene at all times as well.
Because there's some of us hot out here. It's taking some of y'all out. It's taking you out of here.
Right. Thanks.
And my face, my face will tell a tale, a story.
It'll let you know.
It's gonna let you know. There ain't nothing I can do about it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here because we'll keep on talking. Right. We love you. Peace, love. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys in a week.
In a week.
Peace.
Peace.